Check ultimateguard.com and find premium quality products for your favorite trading card game. Check video description or visit Ultimate Guard for more.
Once again, welcome back everyone to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, we'll be looking at Greninja BREAK deck in the standard format. So this is the new updated version of the Greninja BREAK with some of the latest cards from the Guardian Raising set. Of course, the first and the most important card for this deck is going to be Field Blower because it allows us to discard in combination 2 of any Pokemon Tool cards and Stadium cards in play, both our or our opponent. So basically with the Field Blower around, Garbodor will not be a problem anymore for us. On the other side, there is also a couple more new cards like a Choice Band. So basically with the Choice Band available on our Greninja BREAK, we can strike with the Moonlight Slash for 90 as a base or 110 if we decide to put energy back from the Greninja into our hand. That's also very powerful and broken because with John Water Shuriken and 1 Moonlight Slash we can strike for like 170, or with 2 John Water Shurikens for 250, which will be enough for the one-hit knockout against, actually not for 250 but for 230. Yep. 120 and 110, 230, but anyways, still very broken because you can do 230, or you can go for one-hit knockout against 170 HP Pokemon like a Tapu Lele, which is very important because Tapu Lele and Shaymins are very, very playable, and mainly every deck play them these days. So I also ran this deck with the 3 copies of Talonflames because if we can start with the Gale Wings, Talonflame, we can use Aero Blitz advantage, strike for like a 70, our opponent EX or GX if we have Choice Band, but also in the middle late game, Talonflame can help us a lot, especially against something like the CGI, where our opponent might not be able to go for the one-hit knockout against our Talonflame. 18 Pokemons, 33 trainer cards, and 9 energies in total. So let's take a look closer at the Pokemon line. So running 3 copies of Talonflame, and of course 4 3 line of the Greninja BREAK. And of course, all 4 Greninjas are with the Shadow Snitching and the Moonlight Slash. In addition to that, from the cards that can search the Pokemons, in the deck I'm running 4 copies of Dive Balls and 2 copies of Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball is also here just mainly because it can search deck for any Pokemon. Plus it can also discard something like a Talonflame from hand or any other supported card that we really don't want to have again reshuffled back into our deck. 2 copies of Field Blowers, just in case if one is priced. And just in case if our opponent again managed to set up his Garbodor in play. 2 copies of the Max Potion so we can heal all damage counters from one of our Greninjas in play, or even from the Talonflame. 1 copy of Rescue Stretcher and 1 copy of Super Rod. With the Super Rod we can shuffle also energies, but with the Rescue Stretcher we can just shuffle only Pokemons from our discard pile back to our deck, or we can just grab one of our Pokemons from discard pile back into our hand, which can be very good, especially if we need that, for example, Greninja BREAK, and if we have access to one in the discard pile. 3 copies of Trainers Mail, 2 Ultra Balls as I mentioned earlier, 4 copies of VS Seekers, and then the Stadium decision, of course, is going to be Silent Lab. Why 2 copies of Silent Lab? Mainly because we really want to think a little bit about that Giratina with the ability that can actually block our Greninja breaks. Silent Lab also makes a lot of sense simply because with the Silent Lab in play, we can also turn 1 prevent our opponent from being able to play setup Shaymin, Tapu Lele, and any other Pokemons that are basic with the abilities. Supporter line, of course, 1 copy of Ace Trainer, 1 copy of Fisherman, 1 copy of the Lysandre, and then 7 drop supporters. 3 of them are going to be N, and 4 of them are going to be Professor Sycamore, 2 Choice Band, and 9 energies. 2 of them are Splash Energies, and 7 of them are just regular basic water energies. You can even cut 1 water energy basic and add 3rd Splash Energy, simply because to have more flexibilities when your opponent can one-hit knock at your Greninja or Greninja BREAK, then you can just simply take them back into your hand. But then you actually have greater chance that your opponent might be able to have something like Enhanced Hammer and then simply get rid of that Splash Energy, especially in the early game, or maybe even you're not going to be able to power up your Talonflame. Mainly the reason why I'm running 7-2 is the reason that I'm running Talonflame, and if I start with the Talonflame, I really want to have basic energy available in my hand. If you're looking for any of these cards, they can all be found and purchased on ccgcastle.com. The link is in my video description. You could also trade your bulk for the Guardian Raising Booster Box, which is available worldwide. Also, link is in my video description, so make sure to check that. All information you need to know are available. So yeah, it's pretty much a good deal for all new or old Pokemon players or collectors. So let's do some game tests so you can actually see this deck in action. So see you in the game. So I'm starting first. Let's take the look at the opening hand here. There is no sign of the basic Pokemon for me. However, if you start first, if you get your Silent Lab in play, you can simply put your Silent Lab in play and shut down your opponent's abilities so he can't use those Tapu Leles and Shamans, of course, if he don't have another stadium to counter your stadium, or something like a Field Blower. I think how my hand is just perfectly fine. At least I have Talonflame. So I really don't want to let my opponent draw more and more and more and more cards, because he already have enough. Sycamore for 7. Energy attachment. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do here. That's what I'm gonna do here. Sycamore for 7 after the energy attachment for my Talonflame. Now I'm not gonna even find my Froakie here. Oh, I'm gonna find my Froakie finally here. A little bit better. A little bit better. So I'm gonna have that water duplicates at my next turn. What to tell about this card? Flip a coin until you get tails. This attack does 30 damage for each heads. I mean, it's a decent card, especially because the ability. Alright, Max Elixir. Lapras is pretty damn bad. Pretty damn good card. Not a bad card, but pretty damn badass card. I like the fact that he attached 2 Fighting Fury Belts, because I can simply discard both of them. That's gonna happen right now. Yep, it's time for the water duplicates. 3 more Frogadiers. After that, I'm thinking about slow piece, retreating back to my Talonflame, and then just, using my Arrow Blitz and trying to find, some of the other resources, like, there's a Rapsies. Okay, and the energy card. How many hands he can find? 0. Well, that's not good. Trainers Mail. Guess what? I'm gonna grab that Silent Lab here. And that Silent Lab will be pretty badass, because right now I can attack without too many problems with my Arrow Blitz. So grabbing 2 copies of Greninjas for next turn. There we go. And then after that I can have 1 Greninja Break in play. Plus I can Sycamore if I really want. But right now the biggest threat is that Lapras, because he can strike for like 170 with the Blizzard Bird, get 1 hit knock against my Talonflame, which means he can't attack next turn. Two copies of Greninjas. Let's go with the Moonlight Slash for like 110. Mainly because 110 and 110, 220, and 1 John Water Shuriken enough for the 1 hit knock against his Lapras. Plus I can also have, Escape Rope. Interesting. Interesting. You can have my Froakie. You can have actually my Frogadier, not a Froakie. Retreated back to the Lapras. There is 1 energy, which means that's gonna be collect. So he tricked me here, but he could also have the knockout against my Greninja. So I'm just fine. Greninja break. Yeah, tricky. Tricky as hell. Let's Sycamore for 7. Let's see if that Sycamore was a good decision or bad. Not sure what to tell about that Sycamore. It was not good, it was not bad. It was... I don't know. I need to attach my energy, that's for sure, but after that I'm just gonna pass my turn. I didn't want to... Yeah, there's a Floatstone. It's gonna be the knockout. Maybe even a Lysandre for the knockout. Yeah, and that's gonna happen. I simply hate those Lapras GX. I simply hate them. They're just so strong. Yeah, they are so strong. They are too strong. Yeah, at least I can grab some energies with the Fisherman. So I can John Water Shuriken, and I need to John Water Shuriken here. But what I don't need is to attach my Choice Band. And somehow I'm not gonna even attach my Choice Band to my active Greninja break, of course. The problem for my opponent right now is that he have Floatstone attached to his Lapras, and mainly with the Floatstone he can strike for only 100 and paralyze me, which is also very strong, but still I can use my John Water Shuriken. Yeah, I think I should play a little bit safer and smarter, but it is how it is. My Greninja is paralyzed, and at least I have 2 more Froakies, which is something. Plus, I also have ability to use my John Water Shuriken, which I'm definitely gonna do. And what else I can do here? I can Ace Trainer, I can Lysandre. Let's just try, you know, to Lysandre. So at least I can maybe force my opponent to attach Floatstone to retreat. And with the extra Floatstone and not the Fighting Fury build, he can have 170. There's a Delinquent. So I'm gonna lose 3 cards here. Of course, I'm just gonna keep my Sycamore so I can go for 7. But again, plenty of energies are already wasted in my discard pile. And I like the fact that he just set up his Shaman on the bench. I think how this Shaman will actually be game breaking here. Oh, he even decided to retreat. Okay, so I just need Greninja Break and Energy card for the GG. And I have Sycamore for 7. Yep, there we go. Sycamore for 7. There is a Greninja Break. However, there is different type of the energy card. Ooh, no more Greninjas for me. That was pretty big mistake for me. Yeah. Anyways. What I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna attack with my Moonlight Slash for 110, putting back my water energy into my hand. Of course, he's gonna strike me for like... yeah, he can't attack even this turn. I always forget that these Lapras can't attack after they use Blazer Burn. Pokemon Ranger can fix the thing, but what you're gonna do in this position? You don't have too many options. You can just try to set up your another Greninja on the bench, your another Lapras on the bench, or he can, for example, retreat down to his Tauros. Oh, even verse discard my energy with the Enhanced Hammer. I mean, I don't even need to attack his Tauros here. I can just John Water Shuriken his Shamans, for example. Of course, there's gonna be one Horn attack for the knockout. But then again, it's just fine for me. John Water Shuriken, knockout against his Lapras will allows me to take 2 prize cards here. And that's another Greninja and a Sycamore, which means only one thing. How many V-Seekers I have? Not too many. Okay, Ultra Ball just to take a closer look of the remaining cards in my deck. There is one more V-Seeker and also one more Water Energy. Which means I can Ace Trainer, or I can Sycamore, or I can N, or I can just grab myself Fisherman, blah blah blah. I'm just gonna Sycamore for 7. Then I'm also gonna waste my Dive Balls here because I can. I have Greninja Break available in my hand. I'm not gonna attach energy for now. Or actually I can strike for like a 40, because with 40, yeah, I mean with 4 damage counters he can strike. Oh no, I can't. I have, dang, I have my Choice Band. I have my Choice Band. So I can't attack in this case. Simply I can't. Alright, never mind. Never mind, I can't attack. I forget about Choice Band. So V-Seeker for the week 3, of course. He can strike for like 60. That's it. Attacking for 60 will not be enough for the knockout. There's another energy attached to the Lapras. He can't even retreat because the retreat cost is a 3. So yeah, V-Seeker for the week 3 here, no doubt about it. Even verse, there's a Lysandre down to my Froakie. And another Horn attack for the 60. So he going down to 1 prize card. But what I need here is a V-Seeker, and I managed to pull a V-Seeker here. And right now I'm just gonna slam his Tauros with my John Water Shurikens. Yeah, the good thing is that I managed to top deck my V-Seeker for the Fisherman. But Greninja is definitely back. Greninja is definitely back, and I think it's even stronger than it was before. I really think it was even stronger than it was before, because with the Choice Band and with the option to remove your opponent tool cards from his Pokemons in play, I don't know how you can actually lose with this game. Expect if you have very bad start, or if you made tons of mistakes. But even if you made tons of mistakes like I did in this game, you can still win game easily. So yeah, that's the GG. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos, at least for the deck list, not for the gameplay. But yeah, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, running 3 Talonflames, and that's the reason why I'm running 7 basic energies instead of the 6 basic and, for example, 3 strong energies. That's mainly for the Talonflame. If you don't feel comfortable running 3 Talonflames, if you think how better it's gonna be to run 4 Talonflames and 3 Froakies, go ahead. You can also do that. But then you definitely, in my opinion, need to run 7 energies, just to have greater chance to start with basic energy, especially if you go second, so you can use your Aero Blitz, than stacking with the Splash Energies and not being able to use them. But anyways, I feel how the deck is pretty cool and it has a lot of potential, especially in the standard format right now. Of course, the biggest counter for this deck, in my eyes, are gonna be those Garbodor and Trevenant decks. Item lock deck like the CJ Vileplume might also be a big deal against Greninja, but if you can somehow discard your opponent Floatstone before he managed to put Vileplume in play, and if he was forced to put maybe Vileplume in play, then you can simply Lysandre his Vileplume on the bench and spread John Waters Hurricanes because he's not probably going to be able to retreat. But you can also, for example, just Lysandre and one-hit knock at his Vileplume, and then you can also have item cards back available. But the biggest problem is that the CJ, because it's 240 HP Fortress with the option to go with the Razorleaf for the one-hit knock against your Greninja, the same thing will apply for those Laurentis GX decks. But still, I feel how Greninja is a very interesting card, and it should definitely be play much more in the standard format. Even with the weakness policies, you can maybe think about taking them against grass decks, but I feel how that's not going to be good. Then you can just simply add more Splash Energies and Choice Band, because you're also going to trade 1 prize for 2 prize cards overall against EX or GX Pokemons in play. Anyways, once again, thanks for watching. We'll see you the next time. So till the next time, have a nice day wherever you are, and goodbye.